What's up, guys? We are back in another video, and today I will be teaching you everything there is to gorilla tag. Most of the things there is. Today, basically what I will be doing is I will be teaching you all the tips and tricks that you will need to become a gorilla tag pro. So let's get right into it. So first things first, you need to know to walk. So if you come into the game and you fall from the tutorial map and you are super confused, you're like, wait, how do I walk? I have no legs. Well, you would be right. You really don't have any legs. You need to walk with your arms. And if you want to know how to walk, I will teach you how right now. The first thing you want to do is get your hand level with the ground and just practice sort of walking like this. And then eventually pick up the pace. And try not to bounce back and forth like this while going forward, because that's going to slow down your pace a lot. What you want to do on any ground, if it's that ramp or this, or anything like that, then you want to take your hand and flick it while going forward. This way, if any of the taggers, which that's why it's called a gorilla tag, try to tag you, you can just easily get away because you can flick your wrist and go like this. Now, a lot of people know this, so you obviously can't stay on the ground the whole time and run around from the monkeys. You also have to branch. Now, branching is very difficult when you begin, obviously. So you can see there's a bunch of branches. What you need, just start. I would start where there's a bunch of branches, right here. So, start on this. Start by just walking like this. And then, jump to different branches. To jump, by the way, you hit the ground like that. So try not to over jump it or anything like that. Or under jump it. Just practice walking on the branches like that. See? And then you can get the hang of it. Once you do that, you can get a little bit quicker with your movements. Like this. You might fall a couple times, like how I just did right there. But eventually you will get the hang of it. And you can also make up, or from other YouTubers like me, I will be coming out with videos for routes. You can find out routes. So routes are obviously, it's kind of like real life. Like whenever you have a plan to go somewhere in a scheduled road or path and everything like that. So that's what routes are sort of like. So there's multiple routes. One good route is going up here. It's really common. Then you go up here. You jump from here, which might take a couple tries. Go from this branch to this branch. See that big branch? You can hit up here. And then you can get up here. That's one of the many ways to get up on the top of the big tree. Now, it might take you a few tries because this jump to this is pretty easy whenever you get the hang of not over jumping anything, knowing the perfect way to do it and the perfect amount of jump. But it might take you a while to figure out what that perfect amount of jump is. So, all that stuff. Now, let me teach you the next important thing. Whenever you're trying to escape monkeys, let's say all the trees that are near you and you have some lava monkeys or taggers trying to get you. And you're like, oh no, where do I go? All there is this lamppost. What you need to do is climb up the lamppost. But there's no branches, see? So you can't really climb up it. So what you're going to need to do is to pinch climb. You got to hug the tree. Practice hugging it pretty well like this. and then squeeze upward, and go up. And if you find yourself pushing yourself off like that, try to pull toward you, and then combine that with going up like this. Then you can go like that, and then escape the monkeys, jump to another part. And then, after you've done that part, you want to come over here. This is where it gets a little bit more tricky. You can see there's nothing that you can really hug all the way around. So you just want to go here, and this one, it's more easy to find yourself going off. So you really need to, this time, pull yourself. And just take your time and try to get the pace up if you have to. Now, it's going to be really hard, definitely takes the air out of you if you do it fast, but it's going to be really hard to do it fast if you don't have momentum. So you want to get a jumping, running start to go up, and then you can jump to these trees or something, and then you fall down apparently. But that's that. Now, you can see I've done this before. You can climb up over here, right? Now, this is way harder because you can see that it's very you sort of have to pinch it. That's where the name pinch climbing comes in. So you want to sort of just practice a crab going like this. And right as you get to the middle, just go back in. And then try to go up. Start going up, and then you can start climbing up. Now, I would not recommend doing it here. This place is a pretty hard place to do it. I would recommend you starting here, because this has a slope. As you might know here, this is the ramp that you use to go up here, and then you can bounce over to here, and then get inside where the keyboard is, your cosmetics, your game modes, and all that stuff. So this is another, if you're getting chased by a monkey, it might be hard to go all the way up here and everything, to get away into a different map. So, because of that, there's another way. You can see this is just like the tree, but just more slanted. So do the same thing that I taught you earlier. Start pinching it, and then going up, and make this circular motion till you can get up here and do that. Now, you know that if you ever need, to go up a tree and you see, these pinches on it, which there will always be these pinches on it, then you can always just go like that and get up the tree really easily. Now, thirdly, is that a word? I really don't know and really don't care about grammar right now. We're going to come back to these walls because they are very important. You can see these, you're like, why are there just two random walls? I mean, you can use one of them to get up, to those trees more easily. But, why are these, specifically placed together? You only need one, right? Well, these have another purpose. I'm going to teach you how to wall bounce like this and go up. So what you first want to do is come over here, just full power, go toward this, and then try to bounce back to this wall. You're probably going to end up staying in the middle or falling down. So what you're going to want to do is whenever you hit it, you want to bounce up, sort of upwards in an upward direction, but at the same time try to stay in the middle and not go down and everything. So you want to try to perform that motion. If you find that you are at some point getting stuck on the wall and that's really easy for you, makes it easier, then let me teach you what happens whenever that happens. That sounded weird. So whenever you bounce and then it stays, your hand stays on the wall. That's because you're slowly rotating your hand. So if you want to do it, just go like this. And then whenever you get on the wall, slowly but surely rotate your hand. And that should work. Like that, see? And then once you feel comfortable with the position you're in, after you've stayed on that thing, just do the same thing I taught you and go up. But now, if people are doing the same thing, but just faster than you, let me teach you how to do the same thing that they do. You want to go here, and you don't need to know how to wall run, but you want to go here, and instead of pushing out, do one up, and then push out. Like, at least on one of the walls. And then you can get extra height while staying in a good zone. And that is pretty easy. But if you want more of a challenge, try to do the same exact thing on this wall. And you're probably like, there's no two walls here. Well, let me tell you, there are. We have this wall to the mountain, and then this one to the tree. So these are a little bit more further apart. So you want to start bouncing, doing what I taught you at the other place, and just do what you have to. If you need to stop in the middle like this, like change directions and go the opposite way, or look the opposite way, that's perfectly fine. But that is also yet another way to get up on this giant tree. There's a lot more, let me tell you. So, that's that there. And let me teach you about all the different biomes. So, if we go down here, we have a bunch of different biomes. We have the canyons over here. So you can see we have all these walls surrounding it, just like the wood in forest. And then we have some canyon, and if you go down there, like if you fall down there, just use the same strat I told you about hitting the walls back and forth, and you should be able to make it up. And so that's the canyon. You can also get up there. That's for a different video though. And then if you go over here, you can go down in the caves, and in the caves, you have to get back up. You need to use the wall bouncing way. But when you come down here, you'll notice there is a lot of crystals here. Like, there's way too many to just look at all these. You can also go down here, which puts you in an even more cavey area, I'd say, with these mine carts and crates, which is where you can play a mini game, but we will have that. We'll talk about that a little later. And then, to get back up here, I am going to teach you something that will be really easy after you've known these other things. You hit this side, and then you catch yourself up here. It's really easy. And then to get up here, well, you just do the wall bouncing thing, which will help you a lot if you learn that. And then I already showed you most of the forest. And then over here we have the city. The city is very unique. And here, this is where you can buy with real money, the in-game money, where you can buy a bunch of cosmetics. And each day, you get a free 1,000 shiny rocks. So we have, all this stuff here. We have some chef hats, top hats, sunglasses. Also over here, we have a mirror. And, you can see me. Hello. And then we see there's a bunch of other stuff. Currently, we have a bunch of house stuff, like in the house. I have these, don't have this, don't have this, don't have this, and this. I might actually buy that, not gonna lie. But anyway, you can buy a bunch of stuff like that. That is also for another video. And then, actually, we're gonna come back here because, see up there? This is a secret place. Now, you see that little crack in the window? This is harder to get up to. You're gonna need, some people find it easier to go to that top story and get up there. You can get up from that ramp or just jump from there to there. And you're gonna need to squeeze in. And you can see there's a bunch of shelves. We have the first story. You can't get up from here from the first story for some reason. But if you go over here, we have a giant golden helmet that you can go on your face. It's $5,000. You want to buy it? Go right ahead. Be my guest. I think it's a little bit of an overpricement, though, not going to lie. So that is pretty important. You can also get up from just over here. If you got good jumps, you can hit this wall and then get in. That's what I prefer. I know I didn't make it right there, but see, you can get in like that. And then let's go to the next thing. Today, I will be teaching you right now, not today, but right now, to continue the video, how to wall climb. If you ever see people in the game, like, going up the wall like this and all that stuff, like, going here and, all that fun stuff. And you're like, what? How do you do that? You're probably going right here and like, what? Now let me teach you how to do this. First things first, going up, you want to put your hand and make sure it is level with the wall. And then you want to like sort of push outwards with each one. And then at the same time, like try to stay inside of the little circle and sort of perform a skiing motion. This will then bring you up to the top of the wall, which doesn't really do much until you know how to wall run, which I will teach you in a second. So remember, practice the skiing motion like this. And then try it on the wall. And then go up. Boom, bop, pow. And then we have wall running. Now, wall running to start, we want to go to the caves. So let's go ahead and go to the caves. Let's go. So in the caves, we have all the diamonds now, and all the crystals and everything. You can see beautiful blue crystal. So to start out, we can see that the walls are very, very slanted, right? So what you want to do with wall running is go over to a crystal. Like I would suggest this one. Try to get up here from like the yellow one, something like that. And make sure your hand is level with the wall. Then just start hitting up like this, see? And then try to keep a level base. If you fall down, just push yourself right up again. And then start moving yourself forward. Then you can keep going on the cave wall. And then the walls can start getting a little bit more slanted and more slanted and more slanted to the point where they're really hard to go on. Like that. See? But this wall right here, this is also a great one to like, once you get pretty good at, like to practice on. These are like overly like curved in, so those are not good ones to practice on. But also it's good to practice going over objects like this. So try that. This one is especially hard. But I got it easy. And then that's how to wall run. Once you know the basics of that and how to do it, you will want to go up here. Now, going up here, you will want to go back to forest, basically. Now, you can see beautiful forest here. You will want to combine your wall climbing skills and wall running skills. What you want to do is wall climb up here. Give me a second. Like this. And then go turn left and start wall running up. And then it might take you a few tries, but then eventually, like me, hold on. Eventually you can wall run and go like that. Remember, if you fall down, just get back up again. You know? The motto? Get it? So, just keep doing it until you got perfect. Also, the higher the better. But if you get too high, like on that gray part or something, or like close to that gray part, then you'll start to slip and fall. But just kind of go with the flow here. And this is another way, I guess, to get up there. And just have fun wall running and wall climbing. Now, I would say that's about it for everything in this tutorial video. You have learned a lot. Now, drop me down a like in the comments. Wait. Give me a like, please. I need it. And subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. It's big and juicy. Sound weird? And then we have comments. Comment down below if I missed anything that you want to see and learn. And we will see you guys next time in this beautiful world of Gorilla Tag. See you guys later. Bye, guys.